99.5 FM Ashland, Oregon, 94.1 FM Medford, Oregon, and streaming online on kskqdjramo. It's the boy, it's the Don DJ Ramo. We have our guest co-host, Mr. Derek McCoy. Hello. Hello. And on the line, we are honored, humbled, and just absolutely just excited. We have Mr. Ryan Williams, vocalist of Sunspear, who's going to be performing at Medford Metalfest April 25th. Yeah! Ryan, what is up, my brother?
Just chilling, man. It's almost the weekend.
Yeah,
we're almost there.
My weekend started today, man. I dropped my son off at his mom's. I got from Thursday to Sunday off, and I'm going to stay up till 3 in the morning, beating the crap out of 16-year-olds on video games. I can't wait.
Oh, dude,
that's the way to do it.
Because even though I'm losing my mechanics getting older, my knowledge is going through the roof.
Exactly.
You know, because the thing is, we're getting older, guys, and our mechanics are, you know, we're not as willing to die as much as like these kids are in video games. And like, you know, but
we're getting smarter about it.
We're getting smarter about it.
Exactly.
I still play video games. I play by myself. I play Starfield.
Oh, so you can't really lose.
You suck smarter. Yeah. I suck smarter. Yeah.
So Ryan, super excited, man. First time I ever heard of Sunspear. My old band Insanity's Reign played a show with you guys at Johnny B's, and dude, you guys just absolutely destroyed that stage. There was people on the scene that came out that like specifically came out for the energy of Sunspear. And also when I announced that you guys were playing Medford Metalfest, I actually had a lot of DMs that day going, dude, you got Sunspear? You got Sunspear? And like there must have been at least a dozen RSVPs saying like we're gonna go to see Sunspear. So just thank you for being on, dude. And for people who in the scene listening right now who may not know Sunspear, tell us a little bit about your band and also like kind of the style you guys would say you are.
Yeah, so we're well, first off, thanks for having me on, and thanks for having us on up at the Medford Metalfest. It's going to be a ripper. Yeah, so we're just a 6-piece metalcore band. Kind of gone through variations in sound over the past few years. And we're just kind of fine tuning, and I think we're finding it with this new record that's coming out. And then what was the other part of that? Sorry, I got brain fog from being sick.
It's all good, dude. I was just talking about yeah, no, just keep going about telling us about your band. It just I was just gonna say, tell us about like what influences your style, and for the person out there. By the way, after this interview, you're gonna be able to listen. We're gonna play Bad Vibe by Sunspear, so you'll really get that idea of what kind of music they play. But yeah, just tell us you know, about your band and just about the kind of style and passion that you guys, the direction your band is going right now.
Right. So, okay. So we, you know, when we were forming Sunspear a few years back, we just wanted to play and create music that we really vibed with growing up. Stuff from late 2000s to the mid 2010s. Stuff like Sirens and Sailors and Adestria, stuff with nice riffs, cool little leads, and it all kind of came together. And specifically with this record, we actually self-titled it Sunspear. You know, we wanted to go in with a theme originally, and then the more and more we kind of listened to the tracks before adding vocals, we realized we just wrote a metalcore mixtape. And it was literally a reflection of everything we loved growing up.
Yes.
And I think that's really cool. That's why we self-titled it, because it's just Sunspear. It's just a reflection of like who we are. And we're really excited for this one. It's a debut, so we wanted to, you know, make it fun and not be so serious about it.
Dude, but what kind of a band name, dude? Like, that is such a cool band name.
Oh, yeah.
Sunspear, it's my favorite band name ever. 10 out of 10, best band name ever created. Whenever I see Sunspear, I'm like, hi-ya! You know what I mean? I just imagine taking out the sun.
I just imagine like Troy coming in and like, you know, killing Hector, throwing a spear at Hector on Troy.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, how'd you guys come up with such it? No, it just rolls off the tongue, and it looks so good.
And the idea of it, like, hi-ya! You know what I mean? Like, that's just so cool to me. I don't know. I love it so much.
How'd you guys come up with the idea for Sunspear?
So we were actually really looking at like what is it called? The Dictionary of Obscure. I can't remember what it is, but it's just like it's it's literally an online dictionary with a bunch of different phrases and sayings. And we were trying to pick something out of there. And we were driving to the studio one night, and Jason, our guitarist, is like, "What about Sunspear?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Sunspear." I was like, "What about it?" I know it from Game of Thrones and old school RuneScape, you know.
I played that.
RuneScape.
And he was
Rest,
like,
rest in peace, the server.
yeah. And he was like, Sunspear, the band, like the name, let's name the band Sunspear. And I'm like, all right, cool. Sure. I'm done trying to figure out a name. It's giving me a headache. I think it works. And we just kind of rolled with it.
Well, it did.
You know what's awesome is what I already love about listening about your band even more now is that the name came with like, you know, from a bunch of older passions and the band coming together for it, but also how you were talking about how like your self-titled is a reflection of all the music you guys loved. And I feel like when you're able to write that type of music, you get a sort of like fulfillment, you know, because it's like, because a lot of times like when you're in different bands and you're playing music, different styles that maybe you didn't grow up on, you get left a little empty sometimes where you wish you would have done something that made you love music in the first place. Is that something you kind of felt with this first debut record that you guys are kind of release?
Yeah. So I know just from talking with some people who are in the industry and established, they're trying to they try to fit themselves in a box to experiment, and they things become kind of like stagnant and steady. And with us, I think that was our biggest fear, was trying to force ourselves to be something that we weren't. um you know for instance, like one of our songs is like, it's like a pop punk easy core song, right? And
Yeah.
you hear our music and you wouldn't think that that's the kind of music, but I mean, some songs are like that, some are more kind of like rock anthems, kind of like I Prevail, and then we have some bordering the lines of deathcore. So it was just something that we just kind of enjoyed the whole process of. And I think for us specifically, we hate the business side of things, uh like merch and doing this, doing that. Where we flourish is the creative side of things. And that's our happiest place, is when we're just sitting there demoing, going to the studio. It's like carefree, and all the other stuff isn't.
Dude, I love that you're not trying to fit in the box, man, because I feel like, that complements exactly what you were saying about like, your guys' strong suit is just going in there and laying down the music. And it's really cool that you have a group of individuals in your band where everybody has the room to express themselves.
Right.
Because like you named off a bunch of different styles, and it's true what you're saying about, I do feel like some bands out, like bands in the main industry, like try to fit in this one box of maybe of what's like hip right now or what's selling right now, and I feel like when you do that, you kind of lose the genuineness of what made you the musician in the first place. And also, like when you're trying to do exactly what you love, you're playing towards your strengths instead of trying to like learn new strengths. There's nothing wrong with that, but working towards your strengths and filling out that part of your heart first and love for music, I feel it's so important for having music that really transcends. I interviewed an artist a couple days ago, and he was talking about how like, when you play the music you love, that's the music that lasts forever in people's hearts and really resonates because you feel that the band did that themselves.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to focus on lyrically, because I'm not a traditional musician, and like I can't play guitar or drums, maybe on a mediocre level. Um, but what me and Tony got to do with him being a new member, and we did a lot of, because he lives in Reno, so he's not even with us. We did a lot of Skype sessions, a lot of Zooms, FaceTimes, and the biggest lyrical theme we wanted to write about was just kind of a journey in life, but leave it very open and ended for the listener's interpretation, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are going to dissect it and feel what they feel with it, whereas we have our own understanding of it. And I think that's going to be the coolest part, is just to see what the listeners take away from it and get a feeling of.
I love that. I feel like I could be friends with this guy.
Oh yeah, I feel like we're already friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, best friend? Good. In your garage?
Oh
Huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If we see you live, don't get mad if we give you like a purple nurple or something, you know?
No, you're good. You're good. I like this.
We're in the same place, so like we basically already know everything about our lives, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, no, dude, I'm super excited, dude, and just you know, talking about moving to Medford Metalfest April 20th, dude. Just so excited to have you guys on. And for the listeners out there, you guys are going to be like mid slot out of the 14, so you guys have a really awesome slot. But dude, one of the things that made me gravitate towards you guys was just your raw energy on stage. I feel like, you know, I've seen thousands of bands, professional, local. You can tell when bands are having fun on stage, either when bands are working on stage, and you guys really put it all out on the line, dude. And you guys, you know, I really like seeing bands live that really care about what they're doing, because it's just good vibes and just good energy all around, dude. And when I saw Sunspear, I was like, and also like just listening to your guys' music online, like we're gonna play Bad Vibe here, and I was just like, dude, these guys are just like, and for me, like when I see a band like you, like Sunspear, what I think about isn't exactly like what I'm gonna enjoy. It's about what the fans are gonna enjoy, and also this show being all ages, I'm just like, these kids are gonna eat this up. Like they're gonna see you guys play and they're gonna have fun. Right.
You know, do you remember the band Destroy the Runner?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the vibe, the new school vibe that I get whenever I listen to you guys, that I got whenever I first heard that band when I was younger. Right.
Yeah.
And I love Destroy the Runner. Let me tell you what. Right? I love them. Right. But I heard them and it was like it's metalcore, right? But it was like fresh. There was something else. It wasn't like following the lines metalcore, right? Because I mean, I love hardcore, but I grew up metalcore, right? And then transitioned into hardcore. But like, it's that fresh feeling I get. I listen to it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is good, but it's not like cliche good, you know? Like, which is cool, you know? So I'm gonna mosh for you guys after I tell everybody how cool you guys are before you guys get on stage.
Kyle will be out there dancing with you. Don't worry. Our bassist. He likes to get in the crowd and dance.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ryan, I'm just super honored and excited to have you guys here. April 20th. It's all ages, as everybody is listening to right now on the radio. And we're gonna work out a deal right now in the next week or so to make it really kid friendly. So that way we can have families out there and everything. This is the first year where we already have like 6 or 7 vendors.
Yeah.
And also, you know what's awesome? I think you saw online. Everybody's sets is going to be recorded by professional drones.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and also our photographer, Casey, he's a professional photographer who does like all the biggest venues in Portland and does like Ridge Rock and like Rock Fest and all that. So he's a rad dude. So we have a top tier photographer this year. Rogue Action Drone is like the premier drone guy in this whole valley. And also we have so many amazing bands. So everybody can out there, man, I am so excited for Medford Metalfest. It's for me, the day you've been there, it starts around like 7:30, and then the show after we break everything down ends around 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's almost a 24-hour day, but dude,
so good.
It's a long, glorious day.
Dude, it's
so good.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be a 10-hour day, 2 stages, 14 bands in the middle of an alleyway.
Oh my gosh, and it's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah.
Ryan, before I let you go and we play your song Bad Vibe, tell us why the fans should come out and watch you guys, and just tell us a quick brief about Bad Vibe.
Oh man, why should they come out and see us? Well, there's tons of awesome bands and we're humbled to be a part of it. For us, just come out and share a moment with us, a moment in time that we can all just kind of be together, where you'll meet new friends and old friends alike, and there's nothing more special than that. You know what I mean?
I love you.
And then for Bad Vibe, oof. So it was an interesting song. It's kind of dealing with like loss, you know, and how to process that. And was it you or was it me kind of situation. Once you listen, you'll kind of break it down your own way.
Cool. I like it. Well, Ryan, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the Metal Mixtape. Everybody, we're talking to Ryan Williams, vocalist of Sunspear. They are going to be playing Medford Metalfest April 20th, starting at noon, ending at 10 p.m. All ages. Ryan, thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me, Derek, and Josh an opportunity to talk to you on the radio.